What?
We forgot the can.
Shit.
In Andrew's absence, we're going to run a rapid review of...
Very rapid
review of the Black Hops Megahornet, which we don't have a can for.
I also forgot my beer, so Dan, can you please get me one?
Would you mind grabbing the Megahornet for us, the can?
Just crack a bottle of wine, will you?
That's probably not a good idea.
Megahornet.
Megahornet, please.
Yeah.
So the Black Hops Megahornet is a triple IPA.
That's 3 for people who are a bit learned.
And triple IPA, it's 11%, and it interestingly has 70 IBUs written on the can. What do you reckon, David?
I personally think that the IBUs are a little bit higher, but I don't know, G. Smith tells me more.
Yeah, so we did 140 IBU Keiju Aftermath just before that, and I mean, I think the Keiju Aftermath is slightly more bitter in terms of the aftertaste. I get the bitterness a little bit earlier in the Megahornet. What do you reckon?
Me too.
Actually, the bitterness is nowhere near as searing as the Aftermath, but it's also got residual sweetness in this. Which is when I was talking about it before and saying, do they have to add some sort of adjunct to get it up that high level, be it sugars or whatever it is they're getting to it?
That sweetness?
Yeah.
No, definitely not. 100% not.
So what do they do now?
The alcohol rather than the sweetness.
Yeah. That is actually milk. Anyway, do we have to? No, you don't.
So we're talking about residual sugars, i.e. more complex carbohydrates.
Yeah, so what you'll usually find is the higher alcohol content you want, the higher you start your beer, it's probably going to finish a little higher anyway.
Yep. So when we say high, you mean a proportion of sugars in the wort?
Yeah.
Yeah. So a sweeter liquor that you're going to ferment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So a sweeter liquor you're going to ferment, it'll probably finish a little higher. If you wanted to finish dry, there's certain things you can do that we talked about previously with different sugars or different yeasts and stuff, but I reckon they've probably gone with a pretty standard ale yeast on this one. They can handle something fairly high, but not over the top. It's not barley wine, so.
But does it have residual sugar left in it? Is it slightly sweet?
Yes, absolutely.
So therefore they'd have a really, really high sugar level to begin with, and then ferment that down with the yeast to actually bring it to an alcohol percentage.
Yeah.
Okay. So once, that's what I'm sort of saying, is that to get that sweetness in it, how do you do that just working off malts?
Add a heap of malts.
Add a heap of malts.
That's it. Man.
Okay, so this is all it is. Okay.
Yeah, lots of malts, or you throw in some sugars that, like the classic example would be lactose. You throw in a sugar that the yeast cannot break down. A type of sugar that's hard for it to digest.
Not in that beer though.
No. That's an example of how you do it.
So there's no dextrose in that or anything?
I'm going to go there probably is,
Yeah.
just because of the alcohol content. I don't think they would have got it any other way.
I mean, that's 11%. And I would not have picked it as admittedly, my job is detecting alcohol. I would have picked it as 11%, but under a beer level with it's got its bitterness to balance off against the sweetness of the alcohol, I would not have picked that as a so easy a drinking comparison to, well, I'm going to take this to the Aftermath.
Yeah.
The Aftermath was a bit of a chew-through beer, but great with food. This is not a chew-through
Meal in
beer.
itself.
Pardon? Yeah, it's a meal itself, essentially.
So dextrose, as an example, is a really simple carbohydrate, and it's really easy to break down. So that's the way you can bump your alcohol as well, but it will dry it out a bit because it's really easy to ferment.
Yep.
But as Davey said, that would be a great
So,
some dextrose to push those percentage of alcohol.
So Davey's $5 is on cluster 8. Benny's is on what?
This one.
Well, that's on mine. I chose that one. You can't do that.
Davey, yours is on that now.
No. You're on
cluster.
I am definitely cluster is going to win. This is Benny's. This is Andrew's. I'm going
said
cluster.
Keiju.
No. That's.
Well, so Benny had picked that as his favourite before.
Kaiju was my pick of the day.
Yeah. But now you changed cluster 8.
No,
he just knows the palate of the people in the shop.
Yes, exactly right.
Oh, it's your pick versus
Kaiju was is my pick versus what everyone is.
Oh, see, I'm just going to go with the. My pick would be the Kaju. I reckon the rest of the crew is going to go with the beach.
I don't know.
You are so wrong. Okay, let's go. We've got the black beer to go.
I'm being intentionally difficult.
If a pal's going to win, it'll be mine.